morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another exciting episode of What the Hell's Going On in IBF HotRods this week. So, it's an early Saturday morning. It's a balmy, crisp 50-something here in Indiana. We're drinking a little something different this morning outside of the normal beverage of choice. 9 a.m. We're finishing a cup of coffee. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, cheers. Oh, that's good. So, what we're going to do here this week, well, today, we're going to show off a little bit of something that we got. We had to get some stuff this week. Last weekend, I think, we showed you this, possibly. Randy was building this, Rockin' Randy Savage. So this is for the bead roller, in case nobody knows what a bead roller is. This is a bead roller. You can tell that it's a bead roller by the way it is. And we have this piece of equipment over here, which is a slip roller, a shear, and a brake system, all in one. And it took a shit at the beginning of the week. So we had to run up into town and buy this new brake, which is amazing. If you're not familiar with, they call it a box pan brake or pan box brake. Some people call it a finger brake. It is a very exciting piece of equipment to have in here. Like I said, we weren't planning on it because this is the same concept over here. This is a 3-in-1 system. But we're excited because we can just start bouncing around through all this stuff. Randy's got to put a couple more pieces on here. We got some bar here he's going to put in, and then we can actually put all of our dies on here. A little bit about this bead roller. I mean, there's not a lot that you can't do with this. If I'll show you whenever we get over here to the Riviera, what just a couple examples of some things that we can do with it. But the ability to be able to come back and forth with this and not put it into fucking vice anymore is just fantastic. I don't know what else to say about that. Randy did a hell of a job on this. So enough of that baloney. Now we're getting on to the hot rods, okay? So the pickup truck is on the ground. We made some headway on this pretty good. You can see the back windows in. It looks amazing. But we haven't got the front windshield in yet. You can see that the dash pad is out because the dash pad is giving us issues with getting this front windshield in. We had it in and out trying to get it on here, and it's being a little bit of a pain in the ass, which, you know, these front windshields, a lot of times they're not too difficult, but whenever you got the trim inside, the rubbers and stuff, they can be a little tricky. So we'll have that in. We were hoping to have that in yesterday, but it was pissing us off, so we took a $5. We took a $5 on that one. But last week you saw the doors were off of this thing, and this week all the doors are back on. They're aligned. We have the panels on right now. Let me come around to the other side and you can see what's going on. The gauges are in the truck. Everything's all wired in as far as that stuff goes. I'm pretty excited about how everything's coming together. The doors are aligned. The doors are shutting nice. This vintage air system's in now. With all this shit in the way, there's no choice, but we got to trim down his box here as far as the actual glove box goes. So we trimmed down the existing piece and had to obviously make it smaller. It's a lot deeper, but when you put these vintage air systems in and stuff, that's where you sacrifice room. But we're going to make a nice little pocket in here. It's not going to have a lot of room, but he's going to be able to put just a couple of essentials, you know, insurance and shit like that. Rockin' Randy Savage is also putting in the Holley brain box, which is this. The Sniper EFI system is going to be in hiding out in here. So this will actually be sitting somewhere in this general area, right, Randy? Yeah. So a close-up of all this stuff. I don't know if we've ever done this, but this is your entire aftermarket AC and heat. It's a pretty sweet setup. Instead of having it on the firewall, it comes inside. You can get smaller ones. We were doing a lot more custom work and we were tearing firewalls apart and shit. We can get a little bit more space in here, but this was already in. So we got to work with what we got. So it's going to be, we're going to make it as productive as possible. But yeah, the gauges are in. Those are all fancy and nice. We showed you those outside of the truck, but we have a couple of switches that we're putting in. As far as we got cutouts going into the exhaust. What's the other switch for, Randy?
The halo rings.
Okay, yeah, the halo rings for the headlights are going. Our switch is all right there and everything. We took the stock positionings of some other switches and we put in those ones. You can hear that the doors are shutting nice. It's a solid shut right now. It usually works that way just because of the new rubber seals. You got to give it a little bit of oomph, but I don't know if you got a close up of these. This is what the hell is it? TMI. Mm-hmm. TMI Products makes an interior for these trucks, 67 to 72, and I'd imagine everything else for C10s, square bodies and shit. But this, you buy this, it shows up. You unwrap it, you put it in. It's pretty freaking sweet. Same thing with this and the seat. Once we get the seat back in, after we get it all uncovered and back in the shop here and in the truck, we'll show you a close-up of that. But they do some pretty, I mean, for purchasing out of a fucking box, it's pretty nice. I'm not sure if you can get some different custom touches to it or not, but you can hear how nice and solid it fucking lands in there, which I'm excited about. The door gaps, the lines, everything's as close as we can get without, you know, with what we have. So that's what's going on with the C10 world. You can see what I was talking about with the trim being inside the rubber. This trim actually falls down into a pocket here and all that jazz. So while you're putting it in, you got to fight with this and make sure this all sits steady. So it's a little tricky, you know. Every once in a while you get one that's just a pain in the ass, and that's what's happening. So like I said, we had to take the dash pad out because it was in the way and all that shit. And on to the Riviera. We were hoping to do the floor pans, but under further review, we threw the red flag out and we fucking investigated a little deeper. A little couple of replays, looked at it a little bit deeper, and we want to get this rocker situation squared. Looking down through these holes, we went into a little bit of it last week. There's just, the rust is moving its way down in here, and I feel like if we don't just take off the outside, there's just no reason to cut and paste. It's just going to be more work cutting and pasting and dicking around trying to make it fucking right than it is just to replace all of it. So let me put the coffee down. And if you're just tuning in and you don't remember what in the hell we're looking at underneath here, I'm going to take these pieces off so you can see why and what. Okay. So these pieces here, these are all handmade. You can't just buy this shit. So literally, to make this piece, I've literally touched pretty much all the fabrication tools, the English wheel, having a brain fart, the English wheel, the bead roller, pretty much the slip roller, hammer and dolly and all that stuff. So we made all this, but you can see this is why this is coming off. This is just, it's just fucking bad. And if you look up in here, you know, I didn't get all of this out. You can see what's going on. That rust didn't just show up from, you know, the wind. It's coming out of from inside here. So this is coming off. As you can see, this is just a one-piece jobby like that. Now that English wheel, you can see how this is tapered. You can do little tapers like this inside the metal here. You want to zoom in on this, Randy, just to show them the step down. This is your stock system. So this one comes in, and then obviously this will fit right over top like that, and then spot weld and putty and all that happy horse shit, you know, filler. We'll probably, obviously we're going to do some, instead of doing lead, we're going to do a fiberglass system over top of this. But we'll keep going down through here, and I'll take the rest of this off so you can see why. So this is back underneath here. Come on. And like I said, after further investigation here, you can see why we're doing it. Now this outside rocker isn't bad, but there is some areas that are a little bit just questionable down along the bottom. More likely it's rust coming from the inside. So we've literally made this thing damn near almost identical to stock. There's also a piece that comes in right here that I got to remake on both sides. I'll show you real quick what it is. But just want to give you a pretty good detail of what's going on here. So that sits right there, but this is all rusted out too. But I mean, you know, you can see there just isn't anything here, you know. So that's why this is getting cut out. I'll probably have to make another piece right here, but you can see what's going on. Everything's going to be fresh new metal. So I got all this made so I can then cut everything out. So this will get cut out. This piece will get cut out. That'll get cut out. When this is off, then we can get in here and we can address all the bullshit in here. So we made all this lower section last week or this week. And then this side over here, we did the exact same thing. We mimicked the other side. So we made all this shit too, because this is just as bad. Depending on what part you're looking at, there's still rust in here. So that's where we're headed. So we're gonna cut all this shit off, be able to get to the middle, prep and clean all that stuff, and then as soon as that's done, then we're hitting the floor pans. So that just, you know, I wanted to really show you the detail what's going on here, so you understand what the hell goes on with these projects. Because a lot of people out there, they don't know, like, yeah, you just made some metal, but at the same time, you had to fucking I had to use every single piece of material, machinery that we had to handcraft this stuff. So it's not like the C10s where you can just buy pieces, comes in a box, and you just throw it on. So this thing, when this thing's done, and we get these rockers done and the floor pans in, this is going to be a sight to see, and I'm fucking excited about it. Rockin' Randy Savage is fucking excited about it. I'm excited about it. I know the customer, he's dude's cooler than hell, and I know he's going to be excited about it. So we're going to cut her off there. Just wanted to go into some more detail. Until next time, hopefully do it Friday. If not, we'll do another Saturday, whatever. Just keep watching. Oh, podcast Monday coming out. It's all about the Build podcast. Yours truly is going to be involved. Melanie's going to be involved, which is my wife. Rockin' Randy Savage is going to be involved. We're going to bring you just more bullshit about hot rods. We tune in. We're going to drop it on Spotify Monday. T-shirts we got approved. So they're going to be here in a couple weeks. I can't stress enough like and subscribe on every platform you can with us. It helps grow our business, helps bring in more business, and that's what we're here for. We're here for building fucking hot rods, right? So, like I said, like and share, all that helps. The bullshit algorithms, it helps continue to give us positivity and feedback, and helps driving us to do better and bring you guys more content. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a good Saturday. Do what you do. Love one another. Spread happiness and joy. And don't forget to love on the cat. Till next time. I.B.F. HotRods over.